What's going on, y'all? Grind and Motivate back in this thing again, man. And today I wanted to weigh in on the whole Jada Pinkett Will Smith situation, man. And yeah, she's back in the news again because this time it has been alleged that she slept with a 15-year-old when she was 22. And I want to see what you guys think about that. Before we get into the video and the article, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Of course, do all that good stuff. I want to hear what you guys have to say at the end of the video, or whatever. If you feel compelled during the video to go ahead and comment down, do that as well. But here's the video right here. We're going to check out this interview, and then we're going to go from there.
Good friends with Chris Kelly and Chris Ross and Smith?
Yeah, that's my little homies. That was our homies right there. You know what I'm saying? We kicked it with them all the time. Wow. That was the first dude I seen. You think Jada Pinkett was entangling? She was entangling with Chris Kelly from Crisscross, because Crisscross was in the room and he was like, Jada Pinkett is at the door, but don't leave. Take this weed. Chill. We like, damn, whoever gave us an ounce of weed, I'm gonna kick it right here. And he came back in, he said, yeah, that was Jada Pinkett. I'm like, damn, that's Jada Pinkett at a young age.
Wow, Chris Kelly was that?
1993, around that way.
Wow.
Yes, he was entangling me. Shout out to Jada.
Yeah.
For sure.
Alright, man, so you heard it right there, man. The guy said that he knew Chris Kelly. He's another rapper. I have never really listened to anything of his. He's an old guy, so yeah. Chris Kelly's also an old guy, so I didn't listen to any of that shit. Crisscross, I know they're a pretty popular group from back in the 90s. And they used to wear their clothes inside out, and that's about as far as it goes for me. I'm pretty sure that some of the songs that I've probably sung in my head are something that they have rapped, but hey, that's some old guy shit. Anyway, man, you heard what you heard, man, and I guess the main question that everybody has been saying, or the main thing that everybody's been saying is, should Jada go to jail for what she did? Should she be canceled for what she did? And if we're being fair, and we're looking at other things, at other situations of people, then yeah, she should go to jail because that's a minor. You've essentially, I mean, I don't know, I guess she didn't really take advantage of him. I guess he wanted it and everything, but still, you could also look at that in comparison to the R. Kelly situation. You had a bunch of fast girls that also, and their parents were kind of into it too, man, so they should all go to prison too. But, you had a bunch of fast girls like, I want R. Kelly. And, so they went over there and bust on R. Kelly, just like how Chris Kelly wait and bust on Jada Pinkett. You get it, the Kellys, it's just like a whoosh, mixing together, the Kellys on Kellys. Goddamn, but yeah, man, so if you look at it that way, I would say, yeah, she should. But of course, we don't have Chris Kelly here today because he passed from a drug overdose, so he can't confirm it or whatever. And everybody's going to be like, yeah, he say, she say. But also, you've got to think of that. A lot of men go to prison off of he say, she say when it comes to stuff like this. So, there's that again. What do you guys think about that? And then what else? As far as, do I think that she actually did it? I would say I'm gonna lean more towards I think yeah, she would have did it. I think of the fact that Chris Kelly at the time had clout, and he didn't look like a little kid or whatever. So she probably was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna take him in. I'm gonna let him bust me out or whatever like that." I think he definitely busts out. So, and then you also got to think of the August Alsina situation, man, because August Alsina was significantly younger than her, yet he was still busting her out, and they were entangling and all that stupid shit she was saying, and she disguised it as her helping him with his mental issues from the whole Hollywood and the music industry and all this kind of crap, man, because it's weird as hell over there, but. Man, she slick took advantage of his mental illness if he really had one, or maybe he just in there playing so he could get into some old porn. I said, and she had him messed up real bad. She must have had that MILF porn star experience. Had him like, I love her and stuff. He was looking bad. He's looking real bad. He's looking terrible, man. And then that leads me into the thought of, like, is Will Smith a simp and everything like that? Like she's got Will Smith looking real bad in these streets, man. He's kind of been going off of whatever play she wants, man. She been a quarterback. He been a goddamn the receivers, the running backs. Goddamn, he ain't making no plays. He ain't calling the audibles. But let's check out a couple, 2-3 things from this article, man. So on this article right here, we've got one paragraph that says, we'll start it from here. Jada was the talk of the town last summer when R&B singer August Alsina revealed the two had an affair, and many chimed in on the age difference between the two. As Smith was in her 40s and Alsina was in his early 20s when the relationship started, Will Smith took some heat off of his wife this week when he revealed in an interview with GQ that they have an open marriage. And then we got a quote here from Will Smith. Jada never believed in conventional marriage. Jada had family members that had an unconventional relationship, so she grew up in a way that was very different than how I grew up. I don't suggest I wrote for anybody. I don't suggest this wrote for anybody, but the experience and freedoms that we've given one another and unconditional support to me is the highest definition of love, Fresh Prince told GQ. And I read it like that because it's a beta male statement. Yeah, Jada doesn't believe in conventional marriage, so I'm going to throw everything I have been raised up on to bend over backwards for her. That's stupid. That's super simptitude, man. As my boy Rob, serial simptitude, extreme simptitude is what Will Smith is showing right there. Because if he grew up with monogamy in mind and all that kind of stuff, and he let her decide for him, yeah, well, we gonna have an open relationship. You gonna have to watch these boys bust me out. Sorry, man, and yeah, of course you can make the argument like there's gonna be some silly people in the comments like, yeah, you should compromise for who you love. That's kind of taking it a step further. Yeah, you should make compromise in a relationship, but it shouldn't be anything that will not make you happy in the long run. This is something that wouldn't make you happy in the long run. Think about you as a regular man. Would you be happy with your wife or your girlfriend letting some dude bust her out here and there, and you guys are supposed to be together? Yeah, like that doesn't sound right. So I mean, there are some people that are polygamous and they're into the open marriage thing. I think it personally is weird. That's just me. That's just me personally, and maybe that's you. But I just don't see it being a good lifestyle for a man, unless you're a simp or a cuck, as they say, man, who likes to get his wife bust out and all this kind of stuff, and you know she got bust out, and then you just come back. Yeah, man, but Will Smith he's definitely simped out, man, and pimped out.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry, Alex.
But I love you. I love you. What did I do wrong? Just tell me what I did wrong. Dude, you're doing it right now.
You know, even the whole August Alsina thing, she made him look silly right there. That because I guess she had an affair and he acted like he didn't know. I don't know if he did or not. He seemed like he was blindsided by it, and he was doing good and being a good guy and everything like that. And then she went out there and bust on a little youngster, a little snotty-nosed youngster like August Alsina, who's nothing. Yeah, he used to sing and all that kind of crap, but he ain't nothing. What he made? One song, I love it, and that shit was whack. But yeah, that's all he's got. And now he's just a weirdo who acts weird and shit and cries and says he loves old ladies in interviews and all this kind of weird stuff, man.
Really deeply loved and have a ton of love for her. I devoted myself to it. I gave my full self to it. So much so to the point that I can die right now and be okay with knowing that I truly gave myself to somebody.
Right, you did the.
Then you got to think about the whole Tupac situation where, she claims that Tupac and her never had any sexual relationship, which I think is a lie, most definitely. But then she's talking about how she loves Tupac, all this kind of stuff, like 20, 30 years later, making Will Smith look silly as hell in the press. Yeah, I love him, yeah. And then at the same time, you gotta also think that Will Smith was saying, yeah, she wouldn't give me a chance because Tupac. She wouldn't give me a chance because Tupac. She said I was a nice guy. And Tupac was a thug guy. And do you think that somebody like Tupac was just sitting there like yeah, I see you looking good and all that kind of stuff, but I ain't gonna bust you? No, I just don't see it. I don't see it. So he got simped out, pimped out right there, man. And then this whole crisscross Trick Kelly thing happened 1993. I believe they met in 1990. I guess that was like them 3 years before that. He was kind of having that on and off. She had him in an emotional roller coaster, probably like, yeah, I don't know what she thinks of me. I don't know where I stand with her. And then, you know, she went and bust Chris Kelly in 1993, and then, you know, Tupac and all that. So he was just out here looking silly. So Will Smith is just he's definitely on serial substitute if you want to keep it a buck. She had his mind in the blender throughout the whole courting phase he had, because he didn't know where she stood where he stood with her. She was messing with different guys and all this kind of stuff. And then she also came back and made him switch up his whole beliefs and moral system. Yeah, we're going to have an open relationship because that's how I was raised. What about how Will Smith was raised? And I'm not saying he's an angel or nothing either, because he probably got some weird shit he been doing, man. You know, they say he be busting down with Bill Bellamy and all of them, man. But yeah, man, Will Smith is definitely stepped out and pimped out, man. And on this whole, it shows, his age shows real bad on this GQ article. He looks terrible, man. He looks terrible, man. Look at that shit, man. Will Smith, you look about goddamn 70 years old in this shit, man. GQ. Will Smith speaks his truth. That speaks his truth is like, yeah, it's like a regular statement, but it just sounds girly and closety to me, man. But yeah, man, what do you guys think about that, man? Do you think that Jada Pinkett should go to jail? Do you think she should be canceled? Do you think Will Smith is a simp? What do you think about all those other situations that I've talked about, as far as her with Tupac, her with August Alsina, her with the Chris Kelly guy? Like, do you think that all those things make Will Smith a simp? Do you think that he's a simp for bending over backwards? Or do you think that if you're gonna really love someone and be in a relationship with them, you should compromise? And something like that is not worth compromising to me, man. If it's something that's gonna make you depressed and sad in the long run, and it's not really what your morals and belief system is, you shouldn't do it. What do you guys think about that? Let me know everything down in the comments below, man. Let me know if there's any other events that Jada has been a part of that I might not have listed here or just didn't know about. And yeah, man, I appreciate everybody for watching the video. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you next time.